They said it was impossible. They said the front office would never make a move like this before week 1. But whispers are turning into something louder, and if even half of what's circulating is true, the Steelers might be sitting on the most explosive secret in the league right now. A number has been floating around locker rooms and league insiders' group chats: $180 million, attached to one name: Shedeur Sanders. Nobody's confirmed anything, not yet, but when this many people start talking at once, you have to ask, what do they know that we don't? All right, let's set the scene, because to understand why this rumor is spreading like wildfire, you need to understand where Shedeur Sanders actually stands right now. This is a guy who walked into the league carrying a name that was already bigger than most rookies could handle: Deion Sanders' son, Colorado's golden arm, a quarterback who threw for videos, headlines, debates, before he'd even played a single professional snap that counted. And you know how that story's gone so far. Some weeks he's been praised as the steal of the draft. Other weeks he's been picked apart by every talking head with a microphone. That's the life he signed up for. That's the pressure that comes with the last name. But here's what nobody was talking about 2 weeks ago, and what everybody is talking about now. Because somewhere between local beat reporters trading texts and league insiders trading rumors on background, a number started surfacing: $180 million. Not a typical rookie extension number, not something you'd expect to hear this early in a young quarterback's career. The kind of number that makes you sit up and say, wait, who's actually saying this? That's the tricky part. Nobody's put their name on it yet. No press conference, no official statement from the Steelers front office, just a pattern of quiet mentions, the kind that tend to show up right before something big breaks, or right before nothing happens at all. And in this league, you learn to read those patterns. Let's talk about why Pittsburgh, of all places, is even in this conversation. The Steelers have been searching for their next franchise quarterback for what feels like forever now. Fans have watched this front office cycle through veteran bridge options, take chances on reclamation projects, anything to buy time until the right long-term answer showed up. If you followed this team even casually, you know the quarterback room has been the single most debated position on the roster for years. So when a name like Shedeur Sanders gets whispered into the same sentence as Pittsburgh, people don't just shrug it off, they lean in. Because think about the fit. A city that lives and breathes toughness, swagger, a chip-on-the-shoulder mentality, and a quarterback prospect who has never once played like he was intimidated by the moment, for better or worse. Some people call it confidence, some call it arrogance, but you can't deny the kid plays like he believes the stage was built for him. Now here's where the rumor gets more specific and more interesting. Sources close to the situation, and again, take that phrase for exactly what it is right now, unconfirmed chatter, are suggesting that ownership itself has been personally involved in these conversations. Not just the GM, not just the coaching staff running background checks, the owner. That's the detail that's got people buzzing, because ownership usually doesn't get its hands dirty in contract speculation unless something serious is being considered behind closed doors. If true, and that's a big if, it would mean this isn't just front office due diligence. It would mean somebody at the very top of that organization believes Shedeur Sanders is worth building around, worth betting the future on, before he's even proven it consistently at this level. That's the kind of move that either makes you a genius or makes you the next cautionary tale in a league that's littered with them. So let's play out both sides, because that's what this rumor deserves right now, a fair look, not a headline. Side 1, why this could actually happen. Front offices move in silence all the time. The moves that end up defining a franchise's next decade rarely leak cleanly until they're basically done. If the Steelers brass has quietly concluded that Shedeur is their guy, the arm talent, the anticipation throws, the flashes of poise under pressure, locking him up early before other teams can even think about circling would be the aggressive, forward-thinking move, getting ahead of the market, beating everyone else to the punch. Teams have done it before with quarterbacks they truly believed in. Side 2, why you should still be skeptical. $180 million is not a number teams throw around lightly, especially for a player who hasn't locked down a starting job outright or delivered a full dominant season as Week 1 approaches. Extensions like that usually come after proof, not before it. And let's be honest, rumors involving big names and bigger numbers circulate constantly in this league. Sometimes they're smoke before fire, sometimes they're just smoke. So which is it here? Nobody outside that front office actually knows. That's the honest answer. But here's what makes this particular rumor stick around instead of fading in a day. The timing. Week 1 looming. A quarterback room still searching for its long-term identity. An owner who reportedly doesn't stay quiet when he believes in something. All of that lines up just enough to make people wonder if there's fire under this smoke. And if you zoom out, this wouldn't be the first time a franchise made a move nobody saw coming right before the season kicked off. Teams like to catch the league off guard. They like the element of surprise. If the Steelers really are sitting on something this big, dropping it right before Week 1 would maximize the shock value, dominate headlines, and completely shift the national conversation heading into the season. But that's speculation. That's reading tea leaves. Until there's an actual statement from the team, from Shedeur's camp, from anyone with real authority to confirm it, this stays exactly what it is right now, a rumor. A loud one, a persistent one, but a rumor nonetheless. So here's what we're watching for. If there's truth to this, you'll start to see the smaller signs first. Beat reporters shifting their tone, insiders getting cagier instead of more direct, maybe even players inside that locker room dropping hints without confirming anything outright. That's usually how these things unravel, not with one big announcement, but with a slow leak that eventually becomes too big to deny. Or this fades into nothing. Happens all the time. A number gets attached to a name, it spreads because it's dramatic, and then 2 weeks later, nobody's talking about it anymore because there was nothing there to begin with. Which one do you think this is? Do you believe ownership is really willing to bet $180 million on a quarterback who hasn't fully proven it yet? Or do you think this is just noise, the kind of rumor that spreads because everybody wants it to be true, not because it actually is? Drop your take in the comments. Are the Steelers about to make the boldest move in the league before Week 1 even kicks off? Or is this whole thing about to blow over like every other unconfirmed rumor we've seen before? Either way, we'll be watching, and the second anything real comes out, you'll hear it here first.